Alright, people, so I'm here with your 2017 Money in the Bank review. Let's get into this review, if I could ever open my fucking paper here. So we get the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match with women in it. I mean, it was an alright match. It was a 13-minute and 10-second match here. I thought it was just a lot of basic ladder moves in here. I mean, there wasn't really any, like, holy shit moments like we got in the men's ladder match. But, I mean, it was still... I mean, you don't normally see women using ladders in this company, or you know, you don't see the divas doing that shit. So, I mean, it was pretty cool to see that, but I mean, at the same time, there wasn't really anything intricate about it. Now, the ending of the match is where people got, you know, they went, you know, batshit crazy here because Ellsworth climbed the ladder and got the briefcase for, I think, yeah, Carmella. And a lot of people, like I said, were going apeshit about this. You know, I would have preferred to see Carmella actually climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase herself. But is it really that big a deal that, oh, she didn't climb the ladder? I mean, like, Seth Rollins got help when he won the Money in the... I mean, that happens all the time with heels. You know, people interfere in the matches all the time. Like I said, I would have preferred to see her climb the ladder, but it's really just a minor detail. But yeah, I mean, it was an alright match, and like I said, they could have done the ending better, but I'm not gonna say it was terrible. Then we have the New Day and the Usos ending in a count out. It was some decent wrestling in here. However, the ending was shit. I mean, I just don't understand where they're coming from. I mean, the pay-per-view is supposed to be the climax of a feud, and then you just end the match in a count out. Oh, they just, you know, I mean, it was actually you know, for a tag team match, it was actually a pretty good match. I mean, you don't normally see good tag matches in this company, but I'm like, oh, it's actually a pretty good match. And then, you know, if it would have had a good ending, this could have bumped it up to a good match, but it's just really an alright match now, because there was no ending. It was a count-out ending. Terrible, stupid, dumb. So, 2.5 out of 5 stars here. Then we have Naomi defeating Lana. What the fuck is Lana doing? I mean, what the fuck are they doing? You're putting Lana in a title match now. They're like, oh, this is only her second time wrestling. Then why the fuck is she in a title match? I mean, I don't care how hot she is. She doesn't deserve to be in a title match. Or how hot people think she is. She doesn't deserve to be in a title match. I mean, it was just stupid to put her in an actual title. I mean, the last time I saw her and remember seeing her, I mean, she was cutting promos for Rusev, and now she's in a title, and now she's wrestling in her second match ever. I mean, just like I said, this company doesn't make any sense they always take people who are jobbers or nobodies, and then they just put them in the main event like a month later, or they'll have their champ, you know, somebody who is champion 2 months later, they're a jobber. I mean, just what they do makes no sense. I mean, I will say that I thought there would be botches all over the place with this match, but I mean, it still wasn't good. I mean, it was still I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. It was better than I expected, but it still was not a good match. Then we have Jinder Mahal defeating Randy Orton. This was just a terrible match. I mean, talk about boring and slow wrestling. I mean, this was awful. God awful. I mean, slow, boring, bland, nothing, you know, out of the ordinary, no cool moves. I mean, this is like wrestling 101 right here, just boring-ass wrestling. I mean, just terrible. The only good part about it was when Randy Orton started beating up the I guess, you know, Jinder Mahal has some cronies now, the Singh brothers. He started beating him up and put him through the table. That was the only good spot. Besides that, I mean, it was pretty much a nothing match. And like I've been saying about Jinder Mahal, I really don't see what WWE sees in this guy. You know, he's a modern day Mahadra or whatever the fuck. You know, I talked about that in my previous video, that, you know, they call him this fucking Indian word, and nobody even knows what the fuck it means. I don't know what the fuck it means. And they think they're so cool because they're using some Indian lingo. Oh, it's so cool, guys. So the match sucked. It was terrible. I gave it a half star out of 5. Oh, and also through the entire match, I believe Mahal was targeting Randy Orton's. I believe it was his knee or some shit like that. I mean, when they do that in this company, you know, when they have a wrestler target another wrestler's, you know, knee or arm or shoulder or whatever the fuck, it usually turns into a boring ass match. So, and this was a boring ass match. Then we have Breeze Dongo defeating the Ascension. Terrible. I mean, why even put this on the show? It's like when you're creating this pay-per-view, you're like, oh, what matches do the fans want to see? Oh yeah, they want to see Breeze Dongo versus the Ascension in a match under 4 minutes long. I mean, this match belongs on the pre-show, if that. I mean, I wouldn't even subject the pre-show viewers to this shit. But yeah, 0 out of 5 stars. It was only 3 minutes and 50 seconds long. Then we get the Money in the Bank ladder match. I've already talked about Baron Corbin winning and how I didn't support it, and how I would have been happy with any you know, the other 5 people winning. I would have been happy because, you know, they all have talent, except Nakamura. I cannot really talk about Nakamura because I haven't seen him wrestle. But it's like, why make Corbin win? He is. I mean, I just go watch my other video if you want to see my thoughts on that. It's only like 6 or 7 minutes long. So, but I thought, so I'm just mainly going to talk about the content. There was some good spots in here. There was a power bomb on the ladder. No, it was a fireman's carry. You know, AJ Styles move or whatever on the ladder. Owens bent the ladder when he fell on it. Oh, and probably the top spot was when Styles was like dangling from the fucking briefcase and just fucking fell like 15 feet. That was a holy shit moment. So yeah, I mean, there were some good spots in here, no doubt about it. I'm not going to say it's a great match, but it was definitely a good match. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I was pleased with it. But Corbin winning, I mean, like I said, when he reached up and grabbed that briefcase, there was no reaction whatsoever. I mean, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody likes him. I mean, he's just there. There's nothing really to like about this guy. He's really just a mediocre wrestler. There's nothing special about him, at least from what I've seen, what I saw from him when he first came into this company. And like you know, and I was talking too in my Money in the Bank video, when people, you know, in today's day and age, people will cheer for heels. You know, you'll get a good portion of the crowd, especially in a pay-per-view crowd, cheering for heels because that's just the day and age we live in. It's different than it was 25 years ago. So whoever it is, whoever reaches up and grabs that briefcase, whether they be a heel or the babyface, they should get a pop because, I mean, people in the audience should like that guy, even if they are a heel. You know, whenever Kevin Owens comes out, he gets a pop. Or when AJ Styles was I don't know if he's still a heel, but when he was, you know, he got a pop. Baron Corbin, you know, I mean, reaches up, grabs a briefcase. Nobody even cheers. I mean, everybody's just looking at him like, oh, really? Baron fucking Corbin? So, like I said, go watch my other video if you want to get some more thoughts and in-depth analysis on that. But there you go, people. There's your Money in the Bank review. Was not fucking too impressed with this pay-per-view. You had one good match there at the end. You know, the Money in the Bank match was a good match, but other than that, everything else was pretty, you know, not worth watching. So, there you go. There's your Money in the Bank 2017 review. Oh, and also, too, I'll get my Raw review. I had a long day at work yesterday, and I didn't get home till 9:30, and I was too tired to watch Raw. Probably would have fell asleep watching it, so I'll probably get that up, you know, hopefully by tomorrow, Wednesday. I don't know, though. You never know. You know, it's really hard to sit down for 3 fucking hours and watch this terrible show overall. But I'll see. We'll see here. But there you go. There's your Money in the Bank review.